G'day Ratbags and welcome to another episode of Dirt Riders TV.
Bag it up!
If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the action. In this episode, we're going to do a little bit of maintenance on the old Stormtrooper, starting with the old rear sprocket. The old bearings have had it, I think, so let's take a closer look. As you can see, with a little bit of movement, way too much. Down in here you'll see the shake, rattle and roll. Down here too, so I'm suspecting that it's either one or two things. So it could be the cush rubbers, the bearings, or both.
You better believe it!
So sit back and enjoy the ride. Righto, so first things first, let's take this off the back. Oh, she's a bit tight today. This axle should slide out fairly easy, but it's a bit tight in there. It's been a while since I've changed it, and I'm going to have to give it a little bit of a tap up. So I put the nut back on, give it a tap, and that's loosened it up a bit for me. Now just pull it out from the other side. Still wants to fight me a bit. Probably evidence of the problem we've got. So, gonna have to find another way. So I'm just gonna drop this on the back side of the axle and give it a little bit of a tap. Righto, now she come. Now it's got grease on there, bit of scum on the end here, so I'd say that was our problem there. Just the garbage that's been on there for some time. Drop our chain off, let's have a look. Alright, so let's unravel the problem here. We have a little look in here. Seems to be alright, but there is probably rubber residue. That could be part of it. These cush rubbers, they could be just worn out over time. I've got a new set on the way, but I can't really see any evident play with that. So if we put it back on, there's a little bit of sidewards play, as you can see, but whether or not that's our issue or the bearings, I'm not sure. So we're going to knock these bearings out and take them up the shop and get a new set. So we'll pull out this spacer, and as you can see, there's a lot of garbage on here. It needs a good clean up. Got a little lip on the edge here. I think that's standard. I don't think it is a wear mark. And then you take on the inside, you can see the corrosion since I had it out on the beach, so that needs tidying up. And as for the bearing on the inside, well, hard to show you, but there is a bit of play in there. So anyway, time to change it out. And this bearing, that's got to come out next. And on the other side, we've got our little spacer. It also has a lip on the inside, so that looks pretty right. We'll give it a tidy up, and then we'll get this out and the next one and get into it. So I'm just going to pop this seal out. That came out pretty easy. We'll have to get a new one of those. And as you can see, we've got a whole heap of garbage in there. That'll be from all the salt water. That bearing though, it feels pretty tight. roll around the other side, and this bearing seems the same, seems tight, but they've all got to come out. So just going to clean out some of this gunk from the side of it. Whatever you do, don't take your bike in salt water. So what I'm going to do is just use a screwdriver, and I'm going to tap out the other one from the other side. Check to see if we have a bit of movement. Now I'm pretty sure this isn't the professional way to do it, but I'm no professional, I must say. But I've got some movement there on the other side. Tapping one side, tapping the other side. And it's slowly moving out, coming out further. I'll just keep persisting with what's working. There we go. Out she pops. This is what they talk about when they say open side bearing, sealed side. You need a double seal to keep the shit out of it. Same again. Bit on one side, bit on the other. And out she comes. We're going to take these back to the shop just to check the sizes, make sure we get the right replacement. Same with this one now. Just going to tap it out from the inside, and I'll set the whole sprocket onto a piece of timber so that when I tap it, it's got a bit of room to go instead of laying that on the ground. So I actually found this bit of box section, and when I put it in there and it'll tap through, no problem. I'll just pop this seal out. No, she's not going to come out easy like the other one did. There we go. Have a look at that. Absolutely rooted in there. So I just wiped around to check that there was no circlip along this edge, so she should be right to tap out. Alright, so I reckon this guy's the culprit. You'll see in a sec. I'll try and move it for you. It's hard to hold it and move it. But that's pretty much where the play in that sprocket was, I think. So, alright. Now we've got them off, we'll run down to the bearing shop and measure them up and get them on the cheap. Alrighty, here we go. So for 25 bucks, I got the full kit, which was replacing the big one, the two small ones, and the seals. And here's the difference. I got quoted $49 for the kit, but I would have received these open bearings again. Instead, for 28, you get a dual seal bearing. So it's not about saving the money so much, it's about having a better quality product. And that was the bearing number for the little one and the bearing number for the big one. And the seal, well, there's a few numbers on there if that helps you out. And there's another one there. So there you go, Ratbags. Pop off down the shop and get your parts, and then meet us back here for the next video. And I'll show you how to put your bearings in. Until then, get outside and play.
Yeah, bag it